Many people today spend a lot of time sitting down. We sit at our desks when we're working at our jobs. We often sit in cars, on buses, or on trains to travel. Then in the evening, we might sit on the sofa to watch television. This has become a very common way of life in modern times. It can be quite difficult to avoid sitting for long periods. However, it is important to understand that sitting for many hours each day is not very good for our overall health and well-being. Our bodies are designed for movement, and they truly need to move more often. When we sit for extended periods, our bodies are very still. This lack of movement can unfortunately lead to some health problems. For instance, it can cause our muscles to become weaker over time. It can also negatively affect how our blood flows through our bodies. Prolonged sitting might also make it easier for us to gain extra weight. Over many months or years, these small effects can add up significantly. They could potentially lead to more serious health concerns later in life. We really need to be mindful of this for our long-term health. Thinking about our daily habits is a good first step to take. Take a moment to think about how much time you spend sitting each day. Perhaps you sit down for your breakfast meal in the morning. Then you might sit during your commute on the way to work or school. At your job, you could be sitting for many hours at a computer. After work, there is the journey home, which might involve more sitting. In the evening, you might relax by sitting down to read or use a screen. All of these separate hours of sitting can quickly accumulate throughout the day. This type of lifestyle with lots of sitting is called a sedentary lifestyle. It is a very common pattern for many individuals in today's world. Doctors and scientists carefully study this widespread problem of too much sitting. They have found clear connections between a sedentary lifestyle and various health issues. These experts consistently tell us that regular movement is extremely important for us. Our amazing human bodies are fundamentally designed and built for physical activity. They are not meant to stay completely still for the majority of the day. Therefore, it is crucial for us to find practical and enjoyable ways to effectively break up our long periods of sitting time, and also ways to incorporate more physical activity into our daily routines. This is a key strategy for achieving and maintaining better overall health. The great news is that we are not powerless against these sitting-related issues. We absolutely can take active steps to fight the negative effects of prolonged sitting. Regular physical exercise is an incredibly powerful and effective tool we can use. Even introducing a small amount of activity into your day can make a big difference. Scientists and researchers have conducted many studies to understand this better. They have been able to find out just how much exercise can truly help us. This valuable information provides us with a clear and achievable goal, a specific target that we can aim for in our daily lives. Knowing this can be very motivating for many people wanting change. A very important and large study was published back in the year 2020. This particular study was a meta-analysis, which means it carefully looked at many previous studies. In total, it included a very large number of participants, over 44,000 people. These individuals came from 4 different countries around the world. They all wore special fitness trackers to measure their activity levels accurately. This meant the data collected was objective and not just based on memory. The study revealed some very significant findings about exercise and sitting. This research provides very helpful guidance for all of us today. It helps us make informed choices for our health. The 2020 meta-analysis suggested a specific amount of daily activity. It recommended about 30 to 40 minutes of physical activity each day. This activity should ideally be of moderate to vigorous intensity. But what do moderate and vigorous intensity actually mean in simple terms? Moderate activity is when you notice your breathing becoming a bit harder. Vigorous activity is when you are breathing much harder and faster. The study found that this amount of daily activity can help to offset the negative health impacts of sitting for around 10 hours a day. This is truly wonderful and encouraging news for many people with desk jobs. This key finding means that if you do spend a lot of time sitting, you have a practical and effective way to help protect your health. Engaging in this recommended amount of exercise is really a crucial step. It can significantly lower the various health risks that are often associated with spending too much time in a sedentary, seated position each day. The World Health Organization, also known as the WHO, supports this important advice. Their global guidelines on physical activity and sedentary behavior align with these findings, so we can be confident that this is sound and reliable advice. Following this guidance can lead to substantial health benefits for us all. So, what specific kinds of exercise can you incorporate into your routine? The good thing is that many different types of physical activities are beneficial. It is often best to think about activities that you might genuinely enjoy. Brisk walking is an absolutely fantastic and accessible choice for most people. This means walking at a pace that is fast enough to get your heart beating a little bit quicker than when you are resting or strolling. You can enjoy a brisk walk in a local park, which can be refreshing. Or you can simply walk around your own neighborhood streets. It is a simple, effective, and completely free form of exercise for everyone. Cycling is another excellent option for getting your body moving more. Riding a bicycle can be a very enjoyable and fun way to exercise. It is particularly good for strengthening your leg muscles and your heart. Gardening is also an activity that counts as beneficial, moderate exercise. When you are digging in the soil, planting flowers, or weeding your garden, you are actively moving your body in many different ways. These types of activities are generally considered to be moderate in intensity. They can help you to reach your daily physical activity goal effectively. They contribute to making your body stronger and much healthier over time. You can also make a conscious effort to add small bits of movement. These shorter bursts of activity throughout your day really do add up. For example, whenever possible, choose to take the stairs. Try not to always rely on using the elevator or the escalator. If you have children or pets, make time to play actively with them. This can be a very fun and engaging way to get some exercise in. Even doing regular household chores can contribute to your activity levels. Tasks such as vacuuming the floors or washing the windows involve movement. All of these small efforts count towards moving more and sitting less. Dancing is a wonderfully enjoyable and uplifting way to move your body. You can simply put on some of your favorite music at home and dance. Yoga is another excellent practice that can help improve your flexibility. It can also build strength and can be very calming for your mind. The main overarching idea is to find ways to move your body more often. Try to choose activities that you genuinely like and find pleasurable. This approach makes it much easier to stay consistent and keep doing them. Every little bit of movement you add is a positive step forward, a step towards achieving better health and greater well-being for yourself. It is very important to always remember that any amount of physical activity is good. Doing something active is always much better than doing nothing at all. If the idea of 30 or 40 minutes of exercise a day feels too overwhelming right now, please do not worry or feel discouraged by that initial thought. You can definitely start with a much smaller amount of time. Perhaps you could begin with just 10 minutes of light activity each day. This is a wonderful and achievable first step to take on your journey. You should feel proud of yourself for starting and making that effort. Every journey begins with a single small step in the right direction. Once you become comfortable with doing 10 minutes of activity regularly, you can then begin to think about trying to do a little bit more. You can slowly and gradually add more minutes to your daily routine. Maybe you could try adding an extra 5 minutes to your activity each week. Or you could split your activity into 2 sessions of 10 minutes each day. The main goal here is to build up your activity level progressively. This gentle approach helps your body to safely get used to the changes. It also plays a crucial role in helping you to build a good, lasting habit, a sustainable habit of being physically active most days of the week. The World Health Organization, often known as the WHO, provides excellent advice. They recommend that adults should aim for 150 to 300 minutes of activity. This target is for moderate intensity physical activity spread throughout each week. Alternatively, they suggest 75 to 150 minutes of vigorous intensity activity weekly. This recommendation aligns very well with the 30 to 40 minutes a day idea. It clearly shows that regular, consistent movement is incredibly important for good health. This advice applies to everyone, all through the different stages of life. It underscores the universal need for an active lifestyle for well-being. Following these guidelines can make a significant positive impact on your health. So, the overall message from research is both clear and quite hopeful. It is true that sitting for too long is a common feature of modern life. But the good news is that we can definitely do something positive about it. The key is to consciously add more movement into your daily life. Remember to start small if that feels more manageable for you. Every step you take, every stretch you do, every active minute counts. These efforts all contribute towards your health goals in a meaningful way. Keep moving regularly for a healthier body and a happier state of mind. Your body will undoubtedly thank you for making these positive changes.